And here we go. Hello, fellow hair artists and Halloween lovers. It's time to talk hair, beauty, and the boo behind it all. I'm Kitty Youngquist, and I am your host of Beyond The Shears in the 406. Let's start today's topic, Jenny.
I'm Jenny, your artist, mentor, and team anchor. Today, we're summoning some stories that'll make your hair stand on end, but in the best way possible.
Let's talk about the haunted side of salon life. The strange, the funny, and the things that happen when the lights flicker just a little too often. When was it that you were introduced to Charlie?
Well, maybe we should give them a little background on Charlie. Charlie is our salon ghost.
Well, yeah, I was gonna get your take on how we met. You met Charlie, and then I was gonna tell you how I met Charlie, and then how I heard about how Charlie became into conception. So
Okay. I think the first time I met Charlie was closing up the salon by myself, going downstairs and bringing some things down there, and he got a little playful and lights flickering and things like that. And yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And no one had mentioned him before. So the next day I came and talked about some strange experiences I had the night before, and everyone's like, oh, that's Charlie.
it's just Charlie.
It's just Charlie.
No big deal. So I was introduced to Charlie in 2015. Lisa found him and named him. I don't know why she named him Charlie, but it's fitting. And I met him also downstairs. But I was going down the stairs with, I don't even remember what I was carrying, but my arms were full.
Okay.
And I was by myself, and it was probably like 8:30 at night. And I was making my way down the stairs to turn on the light at the bottom so that the basement lights would come on. So I was going down into the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and the stairs light was on. But when I got about halfway down the salon, the door slammed shut on
Close
me.
behind you?
Yes, at the top
Spooky.
of the stairs, and I was the only one there, and that was pretty scary.
No, thank you.
But yeah, he is practically part of our team. I think every single person who works here has had one or two experiences with him, and if they haven't, they will. I have had footsteps when I'm downstairs because you know our building's old. It was, I believe, built in 1900,
Mm-hmm.
and the apartment downstairs, or it's not an apartment anymore, but our downstairs used to be an apartment, which was on actually street level back in the early 1900s. And then the top was built on top of it when they built up around to keep it from flooding here.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. So you can go downstairs, and like where our kitchen is right now, there's like an old place where you can see a shower. Like a shower, like
Okay,
that's
so
where the shower.
someone lived there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. So I wonder if, I don't know if Charlie's actually the ghost of a hair artist that used to work here, or Charlie is a ghost that lived here way back then and was in that apartment and doesn't like us all in here doing hair.
Might be worth digging into.
Yes. That was your first experience, but didn't you just have a little experience
Yes.
recently with him?
Yes, every Sunday I do, actually. So I clean the salon on Sundays. Just a little side gig for my husband and I. And Charlie does not like rock and roll. You know, I think Charlie's more of a pop music guy because he doesn't really mess with us during the work day. You know, we'll put on the music and he seems to just kind of let it ride. So we don't have any problems with the stereo at all.
Well, except for, I think that's me, though. We'll talk about that later.
But the second I get here and I turn on the music I want to listen to clean, Charlie gets upset. He does not like it. He'll turn it off. He'll turn the whole stereo off. He'll turn it down. He'll change the channel. It's weird. Like, he just does not like our music at all. So sometimes we'll come in and we're like, what do you want to listen to today, Charlie? Because I would like to keep the music on and not have to stop every 5 minutes and go and turn the music back on. So that's definitely how he messes with Chad and I the most, is with the music. But so I think Charlie's taste in music sucks. But
I think that he doesn't like punk rock, too.
he doesn't, or heavy music. He just doesn't. He's not into it.
Well, he gets that from me, I think.
Maybe.
So I'm not sure if he's like a ghost of the people or of the apartment downstairs, or if he's our official nighttime hairstylist. Because, you never know. He might have ghostly clientele.
Yeah, he's on the graveyard shift.
Yeah, the graveyard shift. Oh, good old Charlie. Also, do you think Charlie is an entity of our creativeness that we have in here, our creative energy, or do you think it's a spiritual energy?
I don't know. Maybe more creative. He's kind of a shyster. He's a little weird. Aaron experiences some strange things with Charlie manifested as her daughter. So a lot of times her kids will be here if they're sick or it's summer vacation and they'll be downstairs. And multiple times this has happened where she'll be in our dispensary and she'll hear, Mama, Mama, Mom, Mom, Mom. And she comes around the corner, what, Seraphine? And no one is there. And Seraphine is, in fact, downstairs on her iPad and nowhere to be found. So
Well, maybe he just thought she needed to be checked on.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. So
Or maybe he just wants to be taken care of like a
yeah,
child.
it's the only evidence we have of any audio, manifestations from Charlie is in her daughter's voice, which is super creepy. But
Well, I can't think of any other exact stories. I know that Jasmine has had a few, and Jennifer definitely had several when she worked here. I also feel like because we are such a creative space and we've been around for a while now, that I feel like some of the creative energy from our past stylists might be kind of hanging around fabric too.
right.
And I think that that's a good thing. I don't take that in, and I don't feel like it's weird. I feel like it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any spooky hair situations that you've ever had in your career?
Besides like dreams or like in
No,
real
like
life?
I mean, like I'll give you an example. It actually happened to be the week of Halloween, and this was really early on in my career. I was working, and I had a little girl come in, and she had her hair. Remember when the spray paint was big? You could spray paint your hair green or
Kinda
hot
like the
pink.
hair chalk,
They
but
were
it's the
all
spray.
yeah. It all seemed like it was neon colors.
Mm-hmm.
She came in with that to have her hair washed, and she had lice too.
Oh.
So that was kind of spooky. I mean, it was really terrifying. I had to clean the salon a lot.
Scared you?
Yeah, it
so-
scared me. I mean, I'm not sure if I've ever had like anything more scary than that. I mean, unless it's like we're talking about chemical reactions on hair, or I definitely have had clients book and then not show up.
Mhm.
So those are like phantom clients.
They're ghosting you.
Yeah.
Oh man, the puns today.
Yes, they're pretty punny.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that I've had any scary. Ooh, it's not Halloweeny, but okay, so I had this client who came in for hair extensions. This was back when I was doing Great Lengths, so it's probably around 2003, so a long time ago. And I was doing the single strand method where you put the bonds about a half inch off the scalp. And then they grow out and you take them and you clamp them and break them off and pull them out and put them back in. So I just wanted to give a background on how they worked. So I do this girl's hair for her wedding, and then I don't hear from her for 6 months. Like nothing. She was a little odd, I would say. Like I don't know if she was maybe on the spectrum or if she was just maybe not 100% all the way there mentally. But she was just a little odd, but I liked her. We had a good time. But I get a phone call from her out of the blue like 6 months later, and she says, Kitty, I'm in the hospital. And I said, okay, are you okay? She says, I've been here for a really long time. I got amnesia, and I bumped my head, and I've been in the hospital, and I don't know what to do with my hair.
Oh no.
I'm like, I was like, I didn't know. I didn't want to say, are you pulling my leg right now? Because this sounds not real.
Right.
So I drive down into Sacramento, which is like, I don't know, probably 30 or 45 minutes. And I go to this hospital and I find her, and she has all of her own hair is backcombed underneath, and the bonds are sticking out. Like she only has the extension hair sticking out, and all of her hair is backcombed underneath the bonds, her natural hair.
What?
Yeah, like a mat of
Oh no.
hair with extension hair sticking out of the top.
Oh wow. How'd you get that out?
It took me 7.5 hours to unmat her hair.
Poor thing.
So that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I felt really
spooky.
bad for her. But how do you let that happen?
I don't know.
She says, well, I was in the hospital and the nurses just kept brushing my hair. they weren't brushing your hair. They were brushing the extensions, but they weren't brushing. Anyway, I don't know how that. I've never seen anything like that before or
That's
after.
pretty spooky.
So it was pretty spooky. What about you? Nothing spooky? Nothing at all?
Nothing that's coming to my mind, honestly.
Did you have any okay, I had another kind of spooky thing where I had a client that had a seizure while she was in my chair.
Oh, that's scary.
But
that's happened to me once.
Scary,
too,
but not spooky.
Right. Yeah. It's not paranormal, at least.
Right.
Definitely having lights flicker and things happen and things fall down while clients are in your chair. That stuff happens all the time around here.
I have, and I've kind of quit talking about it because it happens to me so often. I have where I see things in the mirror,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure if I've really seen them or if they're, so I always have, mirrors are kind of weird portals. You never know, I don't know. Mirrors are weird. So sometimes I feel like I can see something in the reflection of my mirror, but then when I turn around and look, it's not really there.
Right.
So, I don't know. There's that kind of weirdness too. But I also feel like salons kind of attract weird energies.
Well, there's a lot of just energy floating around in general, not only from the stylists and the people who work in the salons, but just the sheer amount of people that pass through, from all different areas and walks of life and towns. And, we do get a lot of traffic. So.
We also get some trauma in here.
Mhm.
Like we'll have clients that sit down and we work through a lot of trauma with some of our clients, and maybe that kind of traps energy too. I just feel like there is a lot, like anything supernatural that I've felt inside of salons. I don't feel it outside as much, but I also have that weird energy where, I can walk into the salon and we have these two, what are those? Sonos.
Mhm.
Those Sonos speakers that you can get at Costco. We have those in Mirror. And every time I walk in the salon, the music turns off. And I swear it's my energy.
It's definitely your energy.
And
we love it too because, the music will be on the whole day, and then you'll walk in and you're like, why isn't the music on? I'm like, because you're here. I don't. It's been on. We turned it on.
Yep. And I also when I walk by streetlights, sometimes they'll flicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of a weird energy myself. I don't know about any of you out there, whether you're hairstylists or you're just listeners, if have had any weird ghost stories, but I would love to hear them. You can always email us at podcast@fabricsalon.com. That's fabric with a K. And I would love to read those stories and do a backup to this Halloween episode, because Halloween is one of my favorite times. I just happen to like it.
It is a good day for sure.
Do you think that Charlie is judging your sectioning skills? Maybe your beading skills?
Maybe. I don't know.
No?
I take him for more of a barber.
Okay. I feel like he's just part of the family, and I feel like everybody kind of knows that he's around. But I also feel like salons have also figurative ghosts. I feel like
the ghost of haircuts past.
Yes. I feel like whatever kind of salon you have, though, the energy that gets trapped there, I feel like you can trap bad energy in a salon, and I feel like you can trap good energy in a salon.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you as a artist can feel the difference when you walk in, and I feel like clients can feel it too. And I feel like even I've been in salons that I like the people and whatever, but there's just some bit of, I don't know. It's
like the vibe?
The vibe and the flow isn't quite there. And if it's not flowing, then it gets stagnant, and then you become stagnant. It's almost like if you're not paying attention to the energies that are around you when you're at work, you kind of get sucked into becoming complacent.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that owners and ghosts can play a part in the energies of a salon. And I feel like if an owner is complacent, then stylists are going to have to become complacent, because if an owner isn't encouraging herself to educate and learn more, then how are the stylists going to be able to do that? So I don't know. I think there's a lot to energies.
Yeah. Vibe attracts the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I mean, we have that hanging up there, but I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it's something that not everybody pays attention to. And I feel like it's an underlying current that affects more than we really realize.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when you are fighting a battle and you have a good mindset about it, that you're more likely to be successful, right? But if you aren't paying attention to where your mindset is and it kind of just slips into a bad mindset, that can actually run you off the rails.
Yeah,
I
makes
don't know.
sense. I feel like we should ghost hunt Charlie. And then we actually did last week when we had our group Halloween scavenger hunt. We tried with, handheld devices and apps to ghost hunt him, which were kind of hokey. And I don't think we caught anything, but it would be interesting to have like a real ghost hunting team with real ghost hunting.
What, you don't think Meg's apps were accurate?
I
mean, I heard them make noise.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But
Did she go down there in the dark with her apps?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to do that.
I was down there for a second, but
I'm telling you, that time where he slammed the door on me when I was halfway down and it was dark down there, I have PTSD.
Yeah, that's scary.
I did not like that.
That's scary. Often when I'm here by myself and I have to go down there, I'm like, listen, Charlie, it's been a day. Just don't just hang out. I got the music off. We're good. We're good. Just don't touch me. 100%. Well, I'm willing to share my space with him, but just don't touch me.
I also think that we can be haunted by other good things, like spirits of Christmas past, or like mentors that I've had, owners that I've worked for that I have not seen in over 15, almost 20 years, that still affect things that I do in my day-to-day life here. I was just working with Gwen today on a pattern that really is a good blending pattern, but you know what I mean by patterns. It's a pattern, but depending on the person's head, their hair type, their hair color, what you're going to do, you can make that pattern bigger or smaller, or you can do all these different things to customize it. But it's a really good way to think about patterning out to have a really nice seamless blend, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I learned from Julie, that was the owner of Chez TJ, who I really admired. And I am still 20 years teaching it. And so I'm still haunted by the good things that she taught me.
For sure. I think it's easy to be haunted by bad things that have happened to us and mistakes we've made, as well.
Right.
Anytime you get something in your chair that reminds you of something that did not go well early in your career or whatever, you have a little bit of that moment. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. And I feel like the more that you pay attention to those things, the more that you grow. And I feel like a lot of us walk through this world just kind of senseless when it comes to spiritual things or things that we can't see, unseen things. We're almost as humans, we're almost really blind to them. And I feel like people who can bridge that gap a little bit, they always are people that are interesting to me. And always people I feel like I can learn from.
What a skill to have.
Right?
Yeah. So, whether it's a ghost or good energy or that one guest who still owes for a color correction.
That doesn't happen here.
We'll take it as a sign that our work leaves an impression.
Yes.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend or that one client who swears their hairbrush moves by itself. And feel free to email us your own haunted salon stories at podcast@fabricsalon.com.
Also, we have been reached out to by several of our listeners, and we have taken on a new slogan. So as we do our outro, after I finish mine, we'll say our slogan at the very end. And we would love it if you guys would grab that mantra with us. And if you see us out in public, just do a pinkies up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here, and keep making this world beautiful and maybe a little bit spooky, one head of hair at a time. Pinkies up, bitches.